What's going on, guys? Zach here, undergroundstrength.tv. Going to do a little Q&A here. Got a question from Rich, who is going through the online certification at undergroundstrengthcert.com, and he's asking about injuries that I spoke about and how I help the athletes work around the injuries. And I always say, a little disclaimer, I'm not a PT, chiropractic, any of that, but as a strength coach, a performance coach, you've got to know how to work around injuries and work around and then help these athletes get better with injured areas or mobility issues that are basically impeding their performance, their ability to move properly. And the reason why you must know it is because these kids, their time is minimal, meaning they go to sports practice. Oftentimes they have to lift at school. Then they're training with you. Then they've got homework and whatnot. Their parents might have other kids, so they're driving those kids around. So I always tell my coaches, we're not physical therapists, but you've got to understand what to do when this hip's not moving the right way, when these ankles are collapsing, when the shoulders or the trunk is sagging. Work around these things. So this question right here from Rich, asking about an injury, had a tricep injury last week. Doctor is saying don't do anything for 6 weeks, then takes about 4 months to get back to 100%. He spoke about Elliot Hulse when Elliot tore his bicep, and I mentioned one of the athletes I trained. This was a couple years ago, the one that I mentioned. He had a elbow surgery. He tore something he broke a bone, I think that's what it was, when he was posting his arm on the wrestling mat, was getting taken down or some sort of defensive position and kind of landed and broke his elbow, broke his arm. He was in a cast, and it was preseason, and I remember telling the mom, I said, don't worry, send him in with that cast. We've got a kid now who has a broken hand. We have kids that come in 2-3 days after a meniscus surgery, labrum tears, you name it, we work around it. So the kid that had the arm casted up, we did a lot of one-arm kettlebell exercises, low repetitions because I didn't want to go nuts creating an imbalance. So snatches, squats, lunges, rowing, clean and press, all kinds of lunge variations, grip work, back extensions, squat jumps, lunge jumps, and a lot of sled drags with the belt wrapped around his waist. Then, when they get out of that surgery, we do a lot of very light band exercises for that arm, tricep pushdowns, face pulls, rowing, a lot of grip work, and kind of rebuilding those hands and rebuilding the dexterity. So crumbling up newspapers with the hand and moving that hand and getting it back to activity more through repetition work, bodybuilding, repetition style training that rebuilds the muscle and that will rebuild the strength. So what you want to do when you're injured, learn to work around it, learn to listen to your body. If it hurts or it doesn't feel right, I always use that as a cue to stop or reassess the situation. Does it need a different position for whatever exercise that is? Do I need to go lighter, or have I hit my wall for today? So a lot of things to get you thinking about not allowing injuries to sidetrack you, as well as the typical bumps and bruises that come from hard work. The athletes that are pushing themselves, they're going to get injured. They're going to get a little bit beat up, banged up. So with that being said, when you're playing it safe and you're not pushing the envelope, you're going to feel great all the time, but that's not the reality of sports. When you're pushing, you feel a little bit beat up, you feel a little bit banged up. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Think about recovery much more than just having a day off or just rolling out. It's your lifestyle. It's the way you sleep. It's the people that you allow into your life, the books you read, and all these things that I talk about. Be smart with the training, and don't be afraid to push. When you're injured, use that as an opportunity to get smarter and better. Click the links below. Go to zachevnesh.com and follow me, guys, at Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Snapchat as well. So look me up, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.